it's Cash, and today in my first video I'm going to be talking about Supernova Empaths or Super Empaths. Empathic people are usually people that are compassionate, they're kind, they can feel other people's feelings. They're very sensitive to the environment around them, so they can like sense energies, vibes, and stuff like that. Now the empath supernova is pretty much a hybrid of sorts. The majority of the characteristics that we display are empathic. We are empathic people by nature. But what sets us apart from other empaths is our ability to dim down our empathic traits if a certain person or situation makes us do so, and then we amp up the narcissistic traits. So we're not narcissistic by nature, we're empathic by nature, but we have inherent narcissistic traits. What separates us from other empaths is exactly that. It's the duality of it. So when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, they're going to be very confused, because when they start to act up and you get sick of their shit, you're going to cut off their supply, and they're going to get very upset, and they're going to come to you, and you're the deceitful one. You tricked them. You're not who you said you were. Why aren't you nice to me anymore? Why do you do this? Those are some of the things that they're going to say to you to get you to keep giving them that supply, but you've already cut it off, and now you're decided to fight fire with fire. So that's what an empath supernova is. An empath supernova is an empath that decides to fight back with the narcissist. Is it a good idea? No, not really. If you have tons of energy, maybe, if you're bored, but it's not really a good idea. Let me tell you why. Because narcissists do not like the taste of their own medicine. So if you decide to do that, you better run. I didn't, but that's me. They're gonna hate you, okay? They hate us because we do fight back. That is why they hate the supernova. I was the most evil woman on earth. I had no soul. But what it all came down to was I wasn't gonna let, and I'm not there. I haven't dated just one narcissist. There's multiple. I did just don't let them walk all over me. That's the issue, and they don't know how to take that. So then you're the bad person. So he would tell me I look like a linebacker, which that's okay. That's good. I'm sure I could hold my own at a Miami Dolphins training camp, but you're dating me, and you're bald, and you're short, and you're privileged because you're dating this defensive tackle, okay? So it's just like, it's petty, and it's childish, and that's just an example of the type of interactions a supernova and a narcissist will have. Now, then after the argument, you both retreat to your posts, you go to the bedroom, he goes and sulks in the living room, and, as an empath, you just hurt this person, and you feel bad. So, I feel bad, maybe I should go apologize. So you come out of the bedroom 20-30 minutes later and you apologize, only because they started, even though they started it, you're still getting the silent treatment because you bruised their ego and you're just bad. Bad news. You shouldn't have said anything. You just should have grinned and bared it. But that's pretty much how it works. It takes a real beast to bring the beast out of the supernova. And once you flip on the narcissistic traits, it's very, very hard to bring them down, because you say it's working. In the beginning, it'll work for you, so you're steam rolling, yeah, I'm winning, but really in actuality you're not. You are not winning at all, because you are going against who you are in your heart as a person, to combat this person, and you'll lose yourself. You're not being true to yourself, so your soul is going to send you a message by making you anxious, by making you depressed, And the only way that you're going to get out of this is by switching off the narcissistic and going back to the empathy, because that's your soul telling you that you're not being true to yourself. So the narcissists know that they have to coerce us as supernovas to give them the fuel. They know they're going to have to work a little bit harder with us, because we're not like codependents where we just give, you know. And I hate that word codependent, because I feel like the narcissist is codependent as well. So they know that we're a challenge, and they see us as that, and that's why they like the super empath. Some just avoid us like the plague, which I understand why. But it comes down to they can play the victim with us, because they know that empaths are reactive. They know that they're going to get a reaction out of us. So this is perfect for, especially if they're a covert narcissist, for them to play the victim. Another reason why they hate us is because they know that we will leave. Once we've had enough, we will pick up our things and we will go. And there's really nothing that they can do about it. And that just like sends them off, because everybody knows if a narcissist is not done with you, they will come back, they will hoover, they will make your life miserable any way they can. They'll stalk by proxy, they'll have their wife call you, they'll have their ex-girlfriend, this person. It doesn't matter. They just want to make sure that you are constantly thinking of them, and that's what they do to achieve that goal. But in all seriousness, I started looking into the empath side of things. For the longest time, I thought I was a narcissist, but I had a dream. My great-grandma came to me. She's been gone for 10 years. She came back to me in a dream, and she was talking about empathy and intuitive and trust your gut feeling and this and that. And I went the next day and I looked up intuitive empaths. And from intuitive empaths, I came to the super empath, the supernova, which you're not necessarily a narcissist, because for the longest time after dealing with narcissists and being around them, I thought I was one. And I developed these traits and characteristics, you know, to survive in my environment. But the whole time I knew I wasn't being like true to myself and who I was. And my source self was telling me this by making me anxious and making me depressed. And once I learned this, that all kind of just like went away for me. I realized I wasn't protecting my energy like I should have been. I was letting my environment control me. And ever since I took the steps to get better with that, my anxiety and depression has improved tremendously. And so to answer your question, is narcissism contagious? No. These traits are inherently in you, you know, for you to be able to dim your empathic and turn on your narcissistic traits. Narcissists will say anything. They're going to call you bipolar. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to say anything to you to make you feel like you're the problem. But you wouldn't be that way in the first place had they not made you mirror them and switch. So, with that said, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being an empath. People might tell you that, oh, that's weak. It's not weak. It's actually, if you know how to handle it, it is very empowering. It's a very good feeling to be able to feel how others feel. I couldn't imagine walking through life like not knowing and just numb to everything, you know. So it's a gift, and just be careful. Be careful out there, because there's a lot of nutty people out there with no soul, and they will suck the soul right out of you. So protect yourself, protect your energy. God bless.